For someone in such a nice car, he looks pretty depressed, so maybe he should flip the script and get himself a 99 Sunfire. Yeah, 99 Sunfire, maybe red with 2 doors, just like my first car. What's up everybody? It's Luke James, not the singer. If you're an indie artist looking for an album review and some promo, you can hit up Luke at redmattersite.com. And what I have for you boys and girls today is my review for Lil Bibby's newest mixtape, Free Crack 3. And out of all the mixtapes that have come out over the past week or so, I think this one is definitely the best, because it's a step up from Free Crack 2, although I think Free Crack 1 and this one are about on the same level. Now, I've always been a fan of Bibby since I first heard him, because I think he has a cool voice, just a really gruff and rugged style. And he also comes through with a nice blend when it comes to his production. He has some nice sample-based, soulful stuff on here, and also some of those good old-fashioned bangers. So we'll talk about some of those first, and then we'll take a look at some of his more deep and introspective tracks. Now, the first song on here is called Word Around Town, and that's a Southside produced banger that's not really overly memorable, but it's not trash either. There's Made Nigga, produced by Young Chop, which is just for all the drill fiends out there. But my personal favorite banger on here is Aw Man. This one is just your quintessential track, produced by Metro Boomin with Future assisting on the hook. And all 3 of these tracks are kind of just on that basic money, bitches, cars type of content. There's not really a whole lot to get into as far as the lyrics go, but I think they sound good and they definitely serve their purpose for what they're for, which is just to put some thump in that trunk. And even though Lil Bibby doesn't get quite as deep as G Herbo, who joins him on the song Ain't Heard About You, where they call out the fake gangsters over some frantic piano keys, Bibby does still dig deep and spit a little bit about his experiences and how he feels. On EBT to BET, he spits about how he lost some of his homies and have seen people switch up since he became famous. And on the song Came From Nothing, that same come-up theme is explored, as he spits about going from trapping out of the bando to trying to get that Lambo over some really nice vocal and piano sample-based production. So a lot of this mixtape is just Bibby spitting about his shit that he put up with in the streets and where he came from, just that street narrative, and also going deeper, like I said, into how he feels and some of the things that are going on as far as his thought process goes. But he also has some tracks on here for the ladies. There's Misunderstood with R. Kelly and Jeremiah, and to me this one just kind of sounded like an old song by The Dream because of the piano and finger snap production, and also because of the way that Jeremiah was singing. I thought he just kind of sounded like The Dream on this song. So this was probably my least favorite track on here, but I get why it's on there. It has that mainstream appeal, and he wanted to have some R&B features on there. But for a better R&B feature, in my opinion, I really did like the song If You Find Out. This one samples Jaquise, I think that's how you say his name. It samples his song, IDGAF. And it also features some really great vocals from Tink, so I like that one quite a bit better than Misunderstood. And as far as the content on that one goes, it's all about how he's just creeping and cheating. And Misunderstood is just about Bibby riding with his gangsta girl, more or less. But one of my favorite tracks on here by far is Speak to Him. This one just has some great production from Jake One, who I think has been absolutely killing it this year, especially if you heard the work that he did on By Dom Kennedy and on Tuxedo. And as far as the content on this goes, we got Bibby rapping a bit about how he doesn't trust the hoes and some of his fake friends, just that type of thing. And he also spits some street knowledge. But the verse on here that sticks out the most is Commons. I just thought it was pretty funny how he said that back when he was younger, he used to fuck the babysitters, but now the same kids that those babysitters were babysitting have grown up and they're running the streets in Chicago and doing some thug shit. So I thought his verse was pretty cool. He just talks a little bit about his experiences growing up in Chicago and how he's changed as a person over the years. So this was a cool track because it brought the younger generation of Chicago, Lil Bibby, together with the older generation of Chicago, Common. It was a really dope track altogether. And I think this mixtape is pretty dope overall, which is why I give it a 3.5 out of 5. I think Bibby brings a nice blend, like I said. His production is varied and his content is varied as well, from that gangsta shit to that more introspective and insightful type of shit. But I think if he really wants to make an impact on the game, he has to continue to dig deeper, because that's really where he shines. I mean, I appreciate that gangsta shit too, that's a part of who he is, and he does blend that all together nicely, but I just find it more interesting when he's talking a bit about what he's been through and how he feels about it, more so than just boasting about the gangsta shit that he's done and how he's real and from the streets. But it's all a part of who he is, like I said, so he's mixing that up together good. And the one thing I wanted to add just before we get out of here, there's a really dope beat on the song Things Will Get Brighter. I just thought that was some great production, some sample-based production with some nice soul-kicking drums. And I always like how Bibby sounds on sample-based production. I just think his voice sounds really great on that type of sound. But that's just what I thought about this mixtape. Check it out for yourself and let me know in the comments section what you think. And make sure you do all that good YouTube and social media stuff, man. Where you like my videos, you share them, you follow me on Twitter, you retweet the videos, and you especially subscribe to my channel. Thank you for watching, everybody. We're on our way to 10K. I'll see you next time.